Hello, everybody. It's Mike, the Sports Guy here, and welcome to another episode of MDSG. And we are talking about hockey today. I'm wearing my Habs jersey today because of the nice overtime win by the Habs against the Leafs, a 2-0 overtime winner. We got a game 6 and a game in Canada that's going to have people in the stands. Oh, that's going to be great to see. As many as 2,000 people, but we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about, well, what makes hockey unique. It's the jersey, right? You can wear all the apparel you want, but the jersey is what comes with everything. And I wanted to go through, because I've noticed a lot going through other channels, which reverse retro jerseys should return for next season and beyond, maybe. Just something that's conceptual, nothing exceptional. Just my 2 cents, really, in thoughts and opinions. So I'm gonna move my screen. There we go. The images I have picked off of adidas.com, and we'll show each of the jerseys as they are. So here we go. All right. So the first one, we're gonna go in ABC order. The Anaheim Ducks. Yes, it's the Wild Wing jersey, and it's screen printed. It's not a embroidered jersey, but it's inspired by the 95-96, their third jersey ever, and of course their other one was opposite colors of this, and this one is white with the white duck on it, and it's just such a great jersey. Should it come back for next year? No. I think it was great for the 1 year that they did this. I think it's really a really cool jersey. I would love to have this in my collection. Granted, it's screen printed, whatever. The numerals are awesome on this jersey. I wish I had it to show you. But this is cool enough in itself. But I think it's a one-off. I don't think this will come back next year. I don't think it should come back next year unless the Ducks change their branding. So we will see. But for now, no. Moving on. The Space Coyote for the Arizona Coyotes. This is inspired by the team's debut third jersey in 98-99. Absolutely, this should come back. A lot of people want to see this come back. Now, will it come back in purple? I don't know. I think this would be a great jersey in like a dark green or black too. But considering that on the bottom, if you see on the bottom right there, it's the skyline, and then it's just purple above it. I think that this is such a cool jersey. I think this should come back. I really want this to come back. I think it looks like with the way the team is heading, it's going to go to the Kachina, which I have one. It's in the closet. I didn't pull that one out. That's not specifically for this video, but I think that's where they're going to head for next year. I think there's going to be a white one. We'll see if the colors change, but this would be a great jersey to have come back next year. So the Boston Bruins. Now this is an interesting case because I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm a sucker, like you probably are if you're watching this too. God bless you. But this is inspired by the Stanley Cup final run that the Bruins went on in 89-90, and I personally think I think this should be their new home jerseys. It's such a clean jersey. It doesn't yes, it's yellow. All right, a lot of people are like, whoa, it's yellow. They shouldn't bring it. I love this jersey. I wish I had this. Maybe not having the meth there would be a good idea. I don't know, but that kind of makes the jersey too. I think it's clean. I think this is perfect. I think the Bruins right now, they rely way too much on the black, and I think that hurts them a little bit in their aesthetics on the ice. Those jerseys are really nice too, don't get me wrong, but I think this jersey is a lot better to have. I think they're going in the right direction. This is the way they go. They have so many classic jerseys to choose from, but this jersey, I love this jersey. I wish I had this jersey too. So, I think this should be their new home threads, and obviously the logo that they use without, the spoke is different. I think that makes the jersey even more cleaner than the ones they use now. So this should be their new home thread. So this should absolutely come back. Buffalo. I was a little disappointed when this one came out. It's obviously inspired by their third jerseys from right beginning of 2000, 2001. If you look on the patch up on the shoulders, you see the goat head. This should have been the direction they should have went. I'm still surprised that they haven't gone back. I mean, they're obviously Buffalo's jerseys right now are so good. But I think they could have really done something with the goat head, making that a reverse retro, maybe in red instead. Give it a little bit different. That's like those jerseys were awesome. That era of Buffalo hockey was awesome, and I agree. This jersey's not bad. It's not. It's a really cool jersey. Don't really care for it though. I mean, it's okay. I mean, they could have. It's a cool jersey, but it's kind of somewhat close. The colors especially. They could have done something different. Like I said, it's cool. I'm not looking to get it. I have the royal blue. I do have that one, but for this one and done. I think that's good. Maybe go ahead would be probably a better idea to go next time. It's Calgary. So Calgary, it's inspired by the 98-99 season. I think this is a really cool jersey to have as a third jersey. I think this really brands better than the current third jersey they have now. I think the striping needs to change a little bit. I think it's very plain. You could do a little bit more with that. I don't really care for that shoulder patch, the white flame. I mean, you could put with the jerseys they have as their current third jerseys, they have the Alberta flag and the Canadian flag. Not in that particular. I think it's the Alberta flag on this one and the Canadian flag on that one. On the shoulders. I think if you work that into this, I think it would look really cool. Maybe if you do like what Carolina does with their current third jerseys and make it like a gray, like a charcoal gray in that color, I think that would be really cool. Maybe not. Maybe making it white. I don't know, but to each their own. But I think this. I love Blasty. Blasty's a cool logo. I really want this jersey. But I think just in a general sense, I think um, for if they want to make this a third jersey, I think they got to do a little bit more than what they have now. Really cool. Don't get me wrong, but got to do more. Next is Carolina, and they obviously went with the Hartford Whalers. There was no way they weren't going with the Hartford Whalers. This is inspired by the 79-80 inaugural season in Hartford. I know a lot of people will disagree. I think it's time to retire the whale. Now, if you have an anniversary coming up for the franchise itself, all right, all for that. I think you bring back the green jersey once in a while. I don't really care for the gray. I think this was a swing and a miss, especially with the green. The green that they use with the other jerseys is a lot brighter than this. This is more of that darker green. It's not. I mean, this is going by an image. I could be wrong, but from what it looks like it's matted rather than that like brighter green. It's like ooh, it pops, and that's a beautiful jersey. And the ones that they made in the CCM days. And I think it. I mean, for Carolina, I think you're getting to a point where the team's been there since '97, so they've been there for a while. I mean, 23 years at this point, and actually 24 now. It's 2021. And I think, the logo for the Hartford Whalers is such a great sell, but at the same time, it's not really Carolina's history. You're kind of bypassing it. I think you're giving a little bit of shade, I guess would be the right word, towards the Canes, and I think they deserve a little bit better. They have a lot of different designs that they've used in the past, and I kind of would like to see something different. Let's see, if they do this next year, which I think they will. I think this would be great to see adidas do the reverse retro. It was such a hit this year. I would like to see a Carolina Hurricane type jersey instead of a Hartford Whaler jersey. Anything can happen. I'm not going to say anything, but I think but to bring this back next year, no, I don't think. I think it's time to retire the whale. I think it's time to move on. Chicago, I absolutely love this jersey. I mean, I am so bummed that I don't have this. Now, a lot of people have said, I love it. I think it's black. It's great. It's so clean. I've seen this in person, and it's such a clean jersey, and it's even better with numbers on it. Like, if I'm going to get this jersey, I want Alex DeBrincat, so it'd be 12. I think the numbers look great on this jersey, and I think this really plays with their heritage. It's clean. It's not overwhelming. I know a lot of people are. I wouldn't say a lot. This is such a classic logo, and it's a very touchy subject when it comes down to talking about the Blackhawks. But that's for another time. It's not for me to discuss. But for what they have now and for what they use, I actually like this a lot. This reminds me of their Winter Classic jerseys from a couple years ago, but better. This is a much better jersey. I think they should keep this as a third. It's maybe add a patch to it. That might be my suggestion. Maybe something simple, nothing overwhelming. I like this jersey a lot. I really wish I had this. This is such a great jersey. This should absolutely come back for next year. Colorado. Now, I would love to see this in burgundy. Don't get me wrong. It is obviously inspired by the Quebec Nordiques back in 79 and 80 when they came into the league. I think for this, the first go around, this is an absolutely fire jersey. Absolutely fire. And that's where it should stand. I think 1 year, that's it. I think you really need to play, especially for like Carolina does with Hartford. I think Colorado needs to really play with their heritage more than going back to the city that they came from, which is Quebec City. I think they should try to do something Colorado-esque, like the Rockies, the previous franchise there. Now, granted, the Devils were that franchise before this, but I think it would be cool to see that. I mean, it would be something different. They can definitely play with the colors. They have that dark blue color scheme that they can use, or they can use their current logo now and make it the current logo, the current colors of the state. Like, that would be a cool jersey. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I think the Nordiques, until you get a team back there, I think it's time. It's also time to stray away from this too. It's a great jersey. I wish I had this too. As a Nathan McKinnon jersey, that would be so nice, but one can dream. I think it's time to move on from this one. Columbus. Now, this is an interesting jersey. This is inspired by the inaugural season, but I think the swing and a miss is that it's red. And I would love to have this too. But I think this is also one and done. I mean, great jersey, great logo. I mean, for the time it's got the patches, which is a little weird because I think it's a miss on the patch. I think they should have just left that alone, but maybe you needed something on the shoulders just to balance it out. I love the stars on the sleeve. If you look on the sleeve on the bottom, so you can see the stars. I think that was cool, but I think because it's red, I think it's a one and done. I don't think they should bring this back. I think they have great jerseys as they are. I personally wish the Cannon jersey was their home and away, their primary logo, but that's just me wishing. But these are cool jerseys anyway. But I think just 1 year, I think that's good. I don't think we have to go crazy with that. Now we get to the other jerseys, which you get the Dallas Stars. I mean, these look really. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they look really cool on the ice, but individually, these jerseys are terrible. It's just no. They could have done so much more with these. Their third jerseys, the neon jerseys with that logo. They're so cool. These suck. I mean, they could have done something so much more with this, and they totally swung and missed. There's no gold. It's silver. You can't even see the logo. It defeats the purpose. Dallas, what were you thinking? I mean, yes, the star outline, that's really cool. That's it, though. That's all they got. And the numbers are green, too, but that's all they got. And in this one, look at this one. Like, what? With Detroit, what were you doing? I really don't understand. No, it just... why? They only wore it for 2 games on the road, too, from what I know. A loss of words. So those two are not going to come back. They should. This one, though, a lot of people will disagree with me. I think they should bring this back. I think these should be their new away threats. They're clean. It's a very clean jersey. It's very nice to look. Now, I know the orange pants are a very big turnoff. I don't like it either. But if you have these with blue pants, I think it would be really cool. I just like it's orange on top, and you don't really see. That's the difference with this jersey. I think this is a really nice jersey. I think this is really well done. And if Edmonton's looking to change back into their retro look with the royal blue instead of that dark blue, which is a lot nicer in my opinion. Like if you've seen their alternate jerseys, I mean, I don't know what it is about the team. Maybe that's why they got swept. But I really like these. I think these should be their away jerseys. I think these absolutely should be brought back. Panthers. I like these jerseys. I have the red version of this jersey. And I think where they could have done better is I think the gold. They use the current gold that they're using now. I think that was a swing and a miss. I think I like that yellow a lot more, especially on the logo itself. This jersey's a really nice jersey from what I know and from what I've seen. But at the same time, I think if you made it that old school gold, use it as a throwback. Um, we have the 25th anniversary coming up this upcoming season 21-22. I think that would be a perfect time to debut something cool like this. I think they should keep these kinds of jerseys, just make that gold, and I think it's perfect. Not like that Vegas gold like Penguins used to use. All right, the Kings. Oh, you know where I'm going with this. This one's an easy yes. These jerseys are beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. They're great to see on the ice, and I mean, this would be. I mean, black and silver has been a color that the Kings have used since the Gretzky years, but these jerseys are so cool. I mean, it uses the colors from their early years and then puts them into the not even early years of the logo. It's like the middle part, and I love the logo. That logo is my favorite Kings logo. I know a lot of people love the really old logo. I like this logo. I like this jersey. This jersey is really nice to look on the ice, and it brings a lot of pop, and I think it's something they really should run with. Will they? I don't know. I mean, that's a tough call, but I think a lot of people would love this jersey. I think it's the Lakers on ice. I mean, that's what they might say, but you know what? At the same time, this is such a cool jersey. I would love to see this full time and then reverse it, make it either. I think yellow would be a really cool color to be on the road. It would be a little weird, not gonna lie, but I think it would be a really cool color to see on the road. This jersey too, Minnesota Wild, which, believe it or not, a lot of people will disagree with me on this, and they have every right to. And I'm not gonna say they don't, but I have this jersey myself. All right, I got this jersey from Cool Hockey. All right. But the reason why I think this jersey should stay is because if you ever look at this jersey, straight away you're like, oh, Subway jersey. This jersey is so nice with the numbers on the sleeves. And it's such a beautiful jersey. And I'm not trying to look at this the wrong way. There we go. Oh, you can see the numbers on the side here. So it kind of fills in the jersey a little bit more on the arms. I struggle here. But look at this. This is so nice. So, the Wild, I think that jersey, I think this should be their road jerseys, and then you flip the colors and make it green as the homes. My personal opinion is that I think this jersey should be, it's just, I don't think it gets enough love, unless you have it like I do, with the numbers and everything. I think it gets told, oh, it's a Subway jersey. No, I think this is a lot better of a jersey. And I can't discredit the Wild for the jerseys they have now, but because they colorize it like this, because it throws back to the North Stars back in 78, 79, it's such a nice jersey. Oh, man, I wish it got more respect than it does. I think these should be their new road jerseys, the ones they have now, and I think the other ones should be their homes. Habs. No. Sorry. Just no. They're cool. They're really cool. I really want one, but no, I can't. They're cursed. I mean, they went 0. I believe they went 0-6 with these jerseys. They have so many different logos they can choose from, though. They have a lot of opportunity. Let's see what they can do with these, but I think one and done, I think. And I think, the Habs are a classic jersey, and I think this is really cool as an alternate, but I don't think this is a full-time alternate. I'm sorry. It's just a no for me. The Nashville Predators, though, this one's a rework it, and I think this is a really cool jersey. I've heard that the sleeves are like a stretchy material like from back in the 90s, and this is like inspired by their debut jerseys in the 98 season, and these are so cool. The logos, the current one obviously, but I think, with the numbers and everything, I think they're so fire, and I love them, and I think this jersey has a lot of potential to actually make this better. I would love to see this in a navy blue, like the original one. I know the gold's like awesome, but I would love to see this in navy blue and see how that plays out. I think that would be really cool too. New Jersey. Now, I'm going to put down the comment that I have. It's a Christmas jersey, and absolutely right. It is. I have one. I got this one for pretty cheap on Fanatics when they're having the Christmas sales and stuff. So here's mine, all right? And I really like this jersey. Don't get me wrong. But when I got this, I was like, man, you know what? I wasn't as I started getting other ones. I was like, this isn't as impressive as I thought. Now, the green that's on the screen is a little bit darker than the green I have now. But I was thinking, like, you know what? It's like the classic ones that they had that were red and green were really cool. But I think that jersey would be really cool in black. So I don't think this jersey in particular will survive past this year. I mean, the colors are really cool. Don't get me wrong, but it screams Christmas vibes, and it's just like, no, I can't do that. I don't think it would be it's just a temporary 1 year thing. That's it. Islanders, no, and I'm sorry, but they didn't even try, and it's like, you just flip the colors. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, they should make these their primaries." I think the current ones are so classic, and they embolize the dynasty that this team had back in the late '70s, early '80s, with the 4 straight Stanley Cups, which you probably will never see ever again, most likely, because that's such a hard feat to pull off, especially with a salary cap and everything. I'm not gonna say they're not nice jerseys. But the original ones are so much the ones that you use now that are current, they're so much nicer. And I think that, even this as a third is just kind of, it was like this is a one and done for them. Um, they really I know Islander fans hate it, but they really should have went with the fisherman logo. I think that would have been something definitely different and cool to use. This one is an easy one, an easy win for me. Easy win. I think the Rangers, and I have the other third jersey, but I definitely have this one because I like, this is my favorite team. It has the patch on the thing, and of course I got my man. So there you go. Yeah, absolutely keep. They need this jersey. I know a lot of people are like, oh, add more to the sleeves. I actually like it. I mean, the original ones had more on the sleeves. Don't get me wrong. I think this is nice and simple. It doesn't overcompensate. I also think that if your gloves are red, I think it offsets it. I think these are nice jerseys. I think they did a perfect job with these. Lady Liberty. And I wasn't, until I got this, I'll be quite honest with you, until I got that jersey, I was like, you know what? And then I started looking at more and more. I'm like, you know what? It's different. You have the block lettering for the Rangers. And I think that's something, those are nice jerseys in themselves. But this one with the dark blue, maybe change the patch. That might be my only pet peeve with it because it's very 90s. And I think if you had like a regular Ranger patch on it with like the stylizing number or something like, or like they used their old helmet logo from before last year before they put the darn ads on them. I like that NYR that's on across the front would be cool to see on maybe the shoulders with that logo. So, but absolutely they should bring these back next year. These jerseys I really like too. I love the new Sens jerseys in general, but I like this one more than the current ones that they use because it's gold. The gold that they use on the current home and away jerseys that they have with their rebrand is a little matted. It's not like this gold. I've heard the phrase it's a Santa Claus jersey because of the belt. I actually think this looks better because with the pants and the ice, it kind of offsets that. So the jersey itself is so nice. I wish I had this. And I think these should be their new home jerseys. Maybe a little bit of tweaking of, the striping. Maybe a little bit more white in the striping. But otherwise, these jerseys are so nice. I like them in red. I really do. And I think their black should be their alternates. That's just me. I know there's a lot of colors in the league. There's not a lot of black as a primary jersey, but there's a reason why. So, something like this would definitely fly with me. Philadelphia, from the 90s with the Legion of Doom, that whole thing. I think they should keep these, and I think they should make these as their new home jerseys. Yes, I really do. And I think their current ones are kind of getting boring. These are from the era where you had, it was, that team was something else, man. They were a fun team to watch. I unfortunately wasn't alive, or I was alive during it, but I wasn't old enough to really understand what was going on, nor I really wasn't into hockey at that point anyway. But that's besides the point. So these jerseys are so nice. I think they're really clean. I think, it reminds me of the days, when you look at the highlights, you had the old bugle horn going off instead of the current annoying one that they have. Which they still have that horn in the rafters, by the way. I like this jersey. I think it's very clean. The white numbers would be really cool on this. I think if you had the logo with the captain logo with the keystone would be really cool with this too. That's just me. It's a simple jersey, but it's really clean. I think it's really underrated. I think it doesn't get enough respect with this with the reverse retros. I think this is a really cool jersey to see get into the next level. I would love to see this come back next year as a primary jersey. It probably won't, but that's just me. So there you go. Pittsburgh, not so much. I don't think this jersey. I really like the concept. I really liked it in black. I think there's a whole bunch of different logos they could have definitely chosen from though. But I think it's a one and done. I think this is just, hey, it just did Pittsburgh across the front. I mean, it looks really good on the ice. Don't get me wrong. Those jerseys look really good on the ice. But I'm not enthralled to get it. If I had to get it, Robo Penguin was so much cooler. I think they could have went that direction with this. This jersey is, oh my word, this jersey is so nice. I had it in here. Where is it? Here it is. I got this from Ben H Sports because that's where you get really good deals on eBay for jerseys, and they're authentic and everything. And this jersey is so nice. I don't have a name on this jersey. It's just a plain one, but this one's so cool. It didn't deserve a name. I wanted this so badly when I saw this. I was like, I had to get it. So this is the inspired from the 90s, obviously, from the 94-95 season. But I think in a keeping as a general sense, it's red. They're the Blues. It doesn't make sense. So unfortunately, I think that's a one and done. They had the blue ones that they use as throwbacks too, which are so much nicer. I like those jerseys a lot. I really think they should use those as like their, I wouldn't say their alternate, but one of the throwbacks that they got. The Blues have a great jersey history. They're going to be in the Winter Classic next year too. They're going to probably be like the cream with that the old Blues logo that they got, that they used from a couple years back, which they still use as a third jersey. This one's really cool, but I don't think it's going to stay. Unfortunately, I just don't see it happening. The blue ones are really cool too. They're the Blues, they're not the Reds. So, unfortunately, as much as this jersey's really cool, it's a one and done. San Jose, this was a huge swing and a miss for me. And I was really disappointed because they have this. Oh, as all my jerseys fall down. They have this one that they used as their 30th anniversary with the striping. I think they could have really done something with this year. And I really think that that was a missed opportunity. And these jerseys were a huge swing and a miss. They'd only used them a few times. I wasn't really enthralled with this. This could have been so much better, and they just went. So, the Sharks, one and done. Sorry, it's not happening. Tampa Bay, on the other hand. Now, I did write initially, because this one's a really cool jersey as well. The striping, not the striping, but the numbers and everything are actually outlined in silver. If you here, I'll make it closer. Probably going to affect the mic a little bit there, but that's okay. Now I wrote down that they should use these colors. I think the logos, I don't think they need to keep. So technically, no. I love the jersey. That's a great jersey. Stamkos, so much respect for him. But in a, for a keeping as a jersey sense, I think they should go in the direction that they had their current jerseys, but use the colors, the black. They need to use black more. They look too much like Toronto's jerseys. I don't like that. It's just, no. So for this jersey, no. Unless you're going to do it as like a anniversary thing. But, I mean, the team just won a Stanley Cup pretty much last season, so you don't really necessarily have to. Toronto. This one's definitely a no, but I really like this jersey. I think it's a very underrated jersey. But they also have a lot of logos they can choose from as well. So I think because it's gray, I think that's really why it's kind of But I would like this jersey to have in my collection. I would like it as an Austin Matthews jersey, personally. I would like the regular Maple Leafs jersey to be Morgan Riley jersey because I really like him as a player. But unfortunately for this one, I think it's just a one and done. I mean, I think they could have done more with this, but Toronto's pretty much only two colors, white and blue. That's it. I mean, it's tough with them. So maybe we could see something really cool. I don't know. Maybe one of these days. If they do this program next year, let's see what they got. But I think this is a big swing and a miss. But it would be really cool to have anyway. This one, the Vancouver Canucks. Now, a lot of people were thinking they were going to go with the flying skate or some kind of direction like this, which I have this jersey, which I also got from Cool Hockey. This is JT Miller, obviously, one of my favorite former Rangers. Now, unfortunately, they didn't. They went with this jersey, but I think this jersey is really cool. It's different. It's a gradient jersey. You don't see that at all in hockey. I mean, it's really cool. I think they should make this a third, and I think a lot of people would disagree with me on this. It's like, it's a gradient, whatever. This jersey is really cool. I mean, it's different for whatever else they have. I mean, and it's a dark blue. It's not even like it's a blue. It's a dark blue, and I think that kind of makes it a little bit different. I think it's either that or you bring back the red and the blue. That's right, those colors. This is much better concept with it when it came down to this jersey and bringing back these. And the numbers are really cool on it too. So I like this jersey. I think it should come back. This jersey, I think they should also bring back as well. The golds are really nice. Don't get me wrong. I just think they look a little weird. But this, of course, I have it as Marc-Andre Fleury. I think the thing that you need to change is the patch. I think if you get rid of the patch on this jersey, I think this is a perfect jersey. This is such an underrated jersey. And you do have, and by the way, you do have that gold here too. I think this should come back. I think it should be their new third jerseys. I like this better than the gold jerseys that they have. I thought they did a really good job with this jersey. Maybe the way the striping is, they do have like in the front here. I don't know if I have it on this. Yes, I do. So the way they stitch in the front here is a little weird, and you can see in the middle right there on your screen. So I think it's a little weird, that striping in the middle, the way that they kind of put it together. I think if you didn't have that stitched in the middle, I think it would look better. But I think this is a really nice logo with this jersey, and I think they did a really great job bringing back the Las Vegas Thunder from the IHL years and in Vegas. And I think this would be cool to keep. I mean, it's different. It's not... All the other jerseys have the regular Vegas logo on it. This one doesn't. I think this one looks really nice. This one too. And I've heard a lot of people say no. No, bring back the original colors. I say no. This one should be their new home jersey. That's it. Final say, nothing else. This is such a nice jersey. It is so cool to see on the ice. The logo is so awesome. It's just like, it's the Screaming Eagle, man. I mean, and you have the throwback logos on the patches on your shoulders with the capitals, which is actually stitched. It's stitched as one, but it's stitched across. They're so nice. Now, I know the classic Caps logo, the typeface that they have in the front, that's really nice. I do like their new thirds. Those thirds jerseys are really nice too. But I think this one should become their new ones. I don't really like their current home and away jerseys. They're kind of just eh. And I mean, if they use the 80s, 90s Caps, that'd be great. But this one in the red, white, and blue looks so much cleaner than that ugly. I wasn't even a big fan of those colors. The ugly, like black and gold, whatever color, then the teal. What? This is the nation's capital. It should be in red, white, and blue. It's so fitting. I know a lot of people are like, oh, there's so many teams in red, white, and blue. This is such a nice jersey. I think it excuses that. I think the way that this was made was perfect. I think this should be their home jerseys, and obviously a white one for the road. These are so nice. Prove me wrong. I don't care. You can't change my mind on this. This should be their new home jerseys. And last but not least, we have the Winnipeg Jets. And obviously, it's different. Usually you have Winnipeg Jets in like a red color. I think these kinds of jerseys, aka with this logo, and yeah, obviously you can see the stitching. The stitching's fantastic on here. I think the trend of where the Jets are going, I think they're going to head back to this kind of logo. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like their current logo, but I think this is better. I mean, everybody loves the old school Jets logo, and it's so synonymous with that city and the way that their brand is. I think they have no choice but to go back. Now, will they use this jersey? I don't know. Maybe this could work as a third jersey, maybe at one point. I mean, it's current better than the current one they got, that's for sure. But I think at some point, I think they're going to go back to this logo and make it through there, go from there. They're so nice. They're so clean. This one's a clean jersey, too. I mean, this is a really clean jersey, and I think they'll definitely do more with this as you go on. I don't know what they'll... I mean, if they brought back the WHA uniforms, like before this, oh, there's some really good logos with those, and they're really interesting. I wonder what they would do, but I think this is the direction the team will eventually go, just like Arizona did with theirs, which is kind of funny because the Arizona came from Winnipeg, and then Winnipeg got reborn, and then we're going back to the original Winnipeg Jets logo. Like, it's just... Anyway, but, yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents. Make myself bigger. There you go. That's my 2 cents on all the reverse retro jerseys from this past season. If you have any comments or, thoughts of your own, post it from below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate you watching and getting through my ramblings on the reverse retro jerseys. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. It's definitely a topic of discussion. I'm definitely going to be down to getting more... Let's just put it this way. There's a lot more hockey jerseys out there that are pretty cool. I think that either the league should bring back or we should see full time. And we definitely got our fill this year. Maybe we'll get the reverse retros next year. I don't know. Nobody knows yet. We're definitely going to have some cool jerseys to look forward to for next year. So hope to see you next time. And stay classy, everybody.